this just broke. FBI says it has discovered new files on JFK assassination and asking if the CIA will allow Trump to reveal them. Okay, let's hear it.
Evan, this is obviously happening after President Trump ordered the release of these documents tied to the assassinations of JFK, Robert F. Kennedy, and Martin Luther King Jr. He, in his first term, tried to unseal some of these documents, but ultimately was talked out of it by the CIA.
Yeah.
Are we actually going to see these documents this time, or could they get blocked again?
My prediction is that he's going to run into the same issue because there are still some national security secrets that are in these documents and this is why this is going to be like the forever Netflix show, right? We'll have this mystery out there. Listen to Kash Patel, who says he took a look at these documents during the first administration. Listen to what he says about them.
I never believed that the CIA killed Kennedy.
No. You're talking to a guy that's read the entire JFK file.
You've seen all the secret stuff?
I've seen all of that, and I've seen the 7 pages of the 9/11 report. I've seen it all.
And what he goes on to say here is that the documents that are being withheld don't answer the questions that we all have, or that certainly are fueling the conspiracy theories. And by the way, those are still alive today.
Okay, just your quick thought on that right here. I mean, I see them smirking. They're trying to find an angle on this and still using the term conspiracy theorist. What are your thoughts off the top?
Well, the thing is, I want to know what happened to one of our pharaohs, one of our kings. Okay, say what you will about JFK. I mean, yes, the man had his own fair share of problems, but his assassination shook the foundations of this country. And I will have to wonder what the world would be like if he was allowed to continue on to live. What would the world be like if Martin Luther King or RFK Sr. were allowed to continue on with their lives? And the thing is, if our institutions, if there was some inside job to take out these individuals, not only just JFK and RFK Sr. and Martin Luther King, but others, just what kind of insidious operations were being done to in turn create an environment of fear and oppression and censorship and nightmares that the American people have been going through. And justice must be answered. I mean, all lies must be exposed, to quote the great Cat Williams. Okay. All lies have to be exposed because we know damn well that the CIA did play a role in the distribution of the booger sugar. Okay. And I don't think we need to go that's as, I think, polite as I could say it, because you're also on YouTube and I want to make sure that that's all good. But I also want to point out that, hey, what about all the coups and all of the regime change wars that happened? I mean, I have to look at the CIA with a raised eyebrow, the FBI with raised eyebrows, because we know they're also listening in to us. Hey, Philip. Hey, Bob. Those are my CIA handlers. What are the names of your CIA handlers, Matt? Same thing for the NSA, too. Like, they're listening in on us. So, I mean, it has to be revealed and stop hiding. Like, people are tired of the BS. How many times have our government and our media lied to us? How many times have we been pushed aside and told that we don't have the right to know? Well, since our tax-paying money is going into frivolous projects, since our tax-paying money, our hard-earned cash, is going into media outlets like Reuters or Politico or anything else, then I think we do have a right to know what happened to JFK. Are potential presidents being shown the picture of what happens to JFK? Was there a second shooter? Did something go down? Because if so, the public that has been lied to for decades is entitled, deserves, and has the right to know what's happening. And if it was done by our own institutions, then everything must be torn apart from the top all the way down to the bottom, and everyone that was involved must be held accountable. Now, whether or not they'll face the full extent of the law is another thing altogether, because Lady Justice is blind.
Kid, I was just watching that clip, and thanks for finding that in Case Study QB for sure. But the fact that CNN, they're laughing about this, they're still trying to find an angle here where they call people. It's funny because the CIA is saying there's a second gunman. They're saying it, and so the spin is they're still laughing at the conspiracy theorists. You know what the irony is? And then when we trace back the term conspiracy theorist, which you guys just heard CNN say that as they're telling us this information, they're still mocking people with that name call. It's a name call that the CIA really championed right after JFK was killed. They saw people spreading. They didn't have the internet then, but you had people sharing their stories of, I saw a second gunman. So it was, isn't it irony, Kit, that the second gunman that people were talking about in 1963, the CIA pushed back at that by getting the term conspiracy theorist in the lexicon of the public, vocabulary as a way to deter people from asking questions. And you fast forward to 2025, and now you're still using that term as you're laughing at people, calling them the same name from 1963, as you're admitting on record that there is a second gunman from the grassy, wherever the hell they're going to say it from.
Well,
isn't that interesting irony, twisted irony there?
Well, even the alleged shooter said it wasn't me. The alleged shooter before he automatically somehow. Yeah. Oh no, he was shot. But how convenient. Well, we never heard his full story because I think people wanted to know. Well, wait, hold on. He said it wasn't him, that he was being set up. Okay. An inquiring mind wants to know. But you see, the thing is, I call this a blurring effect. This is the problem with the internet and social media. Matt, wasn't it not too long ago, like last year, where people were talking about extraterrestrials and UFOs being a threat? They held a whole congressional. Before, that would never have happened. And if that was done in the 90s, before the internet really got its power, if that was done in the 90s, people would be panicking or ears of that, talking about like, whoa, we're not alone in the universe. Whoa, did you notice? Did you know? People would be speaking. Now it's like, yeah, like people not like, yeah, whatever. Aliens were like, yeah, of course, probably. Yeah, maybe they're hostile. Maybe they're real. I mean, Area 51, you have that area locked down. Like, okay, obviously there's top secret locations. I get it, But come on. If they're real, just let us know. And you want what's going to happen? Yes, there might be some people who'll be panicked. Guess what? They're morons. The rest of the world, I got to pay off this credit card debt or I'm not going to be able to eat. Because people are going to move on. Like, okay, great. Like all that billions of dollars, like there's these clandestine organizations. If we tell the American people the truth, they'll panic now. It's like, yeah, it's aliens are real. All right. F off. It's like, because then they have to defend their outrageous budget. Like, but we have other secrets too. We got other secrets too. Maybe you want to know? Like, no. Yeah, you guys are probably lying to us. And anyways, that my failed attempt at humor.
No, it's funny. The idea that's an old idea now that I don't think it stands up to today. This idea that people are going to go into convulsion shock when they see something for their own eyes. I think that because of the internet changed that. You go back to you mentioned the alien thing. When you go back to like Independence Day, there's this funny moment where Will Smith comes outside and looks up and sees the alien.
Yeah. The big ship, and everyone's kind of like, "Come on, we gotta go!" Yeah. And he's like, "Whoa!" Because before his little kid is like, "I'm shooting at the aliens." Like, "Oh, okay, whatever." Like, and then he sees it, and then boom, skyline starship right above. That happened in the 90s. Oh,
I think times have changed. I think that if we walk outside and saw the ship out front, it would not be people packing their bags. They'd be like, "Ah, shit, they did it, huh?"
No. It's not only, oh shit. They'd be like, "Hey y'all, selfie, aliens."
Yeah, the Chicago. Or get the lips.
Or either that, man. People be like, "Man, if I gotta pay my taxes for these people coming in here taking human jobs,
keep taking our jobs. The aliens are taking our jobs."
Listen. The Martians, they're good people, but sometimes they're not bringing their best or brightest. And we got to build a space wall around Earth. Yeah. And the Martians got to pay for it. Okay. That's the thing. They got to pay for it. So, yeah, I mean, there's going to be a whole mixed reaction. Otherwise, you know what else is going to happen? Watch, like a week later, like, oh, yeah, that's right. Didn't our planet get visited by aliens? Because that'll happen too. People are like, oh, yeah, what? Or that trivia question, like, what year and day did the aliens finally come to planet Earth? And you're like, 1996, and it's 2030 right now. Like, come on, get out of here.